What's good, my lovely peoples? It's your main man Solace here, the humble servant of the life. Check this out. The human body is made of these six things: nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, calcium, and phosphorus. Now, the body is made of these things. 99% of the body is made of these things. Now, phosphorus. Within the body, you have two types. You have the white and red. The white ignites when it touches air. So phosphorus turns into fire when it touches air. It also glows in the dark. Then you have the red one. It does the same, but it's less reactive. So it does what the white does, glows and catches fire, but not as powerful as the white. So it is almost like the greater light and the lesser light of the body, like the sun and the moon, as above, so below. This is where a man gets his heat, his 98.6 degrees, because of the phosphorus in the air and things that is within you. So this is what keeps the body warm, and this is what gives you your glow. So when a man dies, you see he's like dull or pale, loses that light or that glow. So it's a deep thing. That is what phosphorus is. Now, phosphorus is rich in meat, fruits, nuts, things of this nature, dairy products. Phosphorus is rich in those, and you eat those things to keep, the body up with those things. Now, you have oxygen. We all know oxygen comes from trees and water, and we need that. You have carbon. Carbon makes diamonds. Carbon is responsible for a lot of things. You have calcium. This feeds the charge. You have hydrogen, nitrogen, etc., etc. Now, what is the point? The point is this. If a man knows science, he knows each one of these six things consists of a certain number, meaning a certain percentage of the body. So carbon takes up about 18.6% of the body, and the rest all take up a certain percentage also. Now, you are being robbed of your life, meaning you're not supposed to die in 120 years. But in men knowing this, they can control the length and time you live very easily. So now you have to grasp. If trees are chopped down and the water levels are lowered to where they're at a low pH level and there are not that many trees, so then the oxygen intake that a man gets will be lower. So a man may only be getting 20% pure oxygen. Everything's polluted. So this affects the man's lifespan. You have to grasp. Let me give you a reference in the life. We all know if you take oxygen from a man, he could die in a matter of minutes. We also know if you put a man in a certain setting like an elevator or something enclosed, he won't die in a matter of seconds. But if he isn't saved, he may die in a matter of minutes, in a matter of hours. And if you put a person in a bigger enclosed place, they may die in a matter of days. So we've all seen movies or things where they've said, oh, take short breaths. We stuck in the elevator, take short breaths. There's only 5 days worth of air in here. So you can calculate, if you know science, in the numbering of how much oxygen to take away from a person to know how long it'll take to kill them or die. So now you have to grasp that within your life. See, you have to understand. A scientist can sit in the lab and do the numbering and say, okay, men are supposed to live to 1,200 years old. Let's just say. Let's say men are supposed to live to 1,000. Okay, so now, if I can get the oxygen levels down to 20% or 30%, then I know men will die around 300 years old instead of 1,000. But in me shortening the oxygen and taking away the trees polluting the water, this will affect the nitrogen. And that may shorten their lives another 100 years. So now they only lived at 200. But that's not enough. So then you affect the foods. The meats, the dairies, the nuts, the proteins. This is good for the phosphorus. The phosphorus is what helps the brain to control the limbs and things. So you mess up the foods, you mess up the phosphorus and other things. So this may bring it down to about 120 years. And this is where we are. But that's not good enough. Because how the body is, once it stops whatever's polluting it, it'll snap back. So if a man is cut, he'll bleed and get a scar, but it'll heal. The only way to keep him cut is to continue to keep cutting him. Once you stop, he'll begin to rejuvenate himself. So once we get back into 100% food, air, water, the body will rejuvenate itself and you will live longer than the 120. So this is why they add disease, war, and all of these other things into the mix to give it a sure shot that the life doesn't go but so long. So this is a very deep thing you must grasp. You're being robbed of your lifespan on this earth. And I know you're wondering, well, why would they want to do that? And it is because you are worth so much. You have to grasp this. You are worth a lot, meaning you have carbon within you. Carbon is what makes diamonds. So a certain amount of heat and pressure will create a diamond out of carbon. Now you have to understand, you have that within you. So this means you have diamonds within you. Now you probably like, nah, he bugging. You have iron within you. You know that. So you have iron within you, but not diamonds and gold and all the rest of the minerals like granite and things? You think not? Well, let me break this down. You have diamonds within you on a microscopic level, just like the microscopic life. So that is in the size for the microscopic life within you. Just like the diamonds and minerals and things produced here are in the size for us. So you have to grasp how deep this is. You have diamonds, gold, minerals, all of these things within you on a microscopic level. As above, so below. So it's just like when you look up. Same thing, diamonds, all that up there, within the being. Now, scientists understand this. They make diamonds in labs now, in laboratories. They make diamonds. So they get diamonds from the earth still, but they also make them in the laboratory. So now you have to ask yourself, where are they getting the carbon from? They're not digging in the earth to get it. Why would they disrupt the earth from making the diamonds for them as it is already doing? So what they do is they get it from you. So now you have to grasp. If 1 million men are dead and you have a million men's worth of carbon in a laboratory, you could make that microscopic diamond within that carbon diamonds on your level of life. The same way the earth does, but you just do it in the lab. And you have the same materials the earth had because you got it from the life of the earth. So it is a deep thing you must grasp. You're being robbed of everything. This is why when you die, they take your brain and your organs. Because within these things, you have the phosphorus and the carbon. The phosphorus makes matches and things like this. And glow in the dark toys you play with at the circus. It is in the TV. So this is what they're doing with you. You're on a shelf for sale as paraphernalia. The carbon within you. You walking in, you're in someone's ears. This is real life. And this is how the life is being robbed from you because you don't know anything. Why would scientists and the elite tell you this if this is how they profit and control the life? Like it's so many deep things y'all do not know or grasp. But you just have to start to grasp. The life is within the life. So whatever is here is within you. So if you think the earth is rich, you got the same within you. Just on a microscopic level. And it can be brought into this level. If they can get it from you. And they will when you die. But they don't know that the sperm is the spirit and that is within the brain and the spinal cord. So when they're doing all of this, it's a travesty. Y'all truly do not grasp. Your lifespan is being shortened and you're being robbed of everything that you are worth. Now it's just I ain't gonna even say it's just the body, because you're being robbed of your spirit on a deep, deep level. Y'all have to grasp what I'm saying. Y'all gotta get in tune, man. Your boy know things. It is all common sense and calculations. I understand things. This is the kind of things I do. So y'all can get an understanding. The calculations. Y'all not on the calculations. See, this is what I do. You see that? That is the constellation Orion. This is it in Assyrian. This is it how it looks. That's it in Kemetic. That's it in Greece. That is Orion constellation of ancient times. You have this. This is the Leo constellation. That's the Leo constellation. That's the Sphinx. All you have to do is look up the outline. This is what they were showing you. You have to grasp. You're dealing with ancient geniuses. Oh my God. Ancient geniuses. This is way deeper than pussy. So don't. This is letting you know what the poo-poo truly is. That one is way too deep for y'all. But this is the Vitruvian Man by Leonardo da Vinci. In all these years, you thought it was so deep. But it's just the compass. But the problem truly lies because you don't know how deep the compass is. The compass and the lock and key are the two most divine inventions upon this earth that we have. You wouldn't be flying or doing anything without the